to show you how to fix a flat tire. What we do is we begin with taking the wheel off of the bicycle. How that works is, first thing, you need to disengage the braking system. How we do it is we simply squeeze the brakes together and remove the cable from its little holder. At that point, we use the quick release. How a quick release works is it holds the wheel in place. We start by flipping the lever open, unthreading it until it clears the tabs on the fork, and the wheel comes right out. So we have our wheel. And the worst thing has happened is we've gotten a flat tire. We let all the air out to show you kind of how this works. Now, when fixing a flat tire, we're going to need a couple tools. First and most importantly, are tire levers. They're designed to take the tire on and off of the rim. How they work is they have a shovel end on one side. It's a hook. It's designed to take the tire off the rim, and two little tabs on the back side, and I'll show you what they're for in just a sec. So we begin with taking all the excess air out of the tire. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the tire lever, little shovel hook side down, and we're actually going to hook the tire. Flip it over. Now what these little tabs are for on the back side is they actually hook onto the spoke and hold it in place. What you're going to do now is take your second tire lever, a couple inches away, and repeat. You can now take the first one out, move a couple inches away still, and over again. After 2 or 3 times of this, it's fairly easy to just push the tire lever around the circumference of the tire, and it takes it right off the rim. I'm going to remove the flat inner tube from the inside of the tire and either replace it with a new inner tube or patch it. The most important part of fixing a flat is checking to see what might have caused your flat. So starting at the label, we're going to run our fingers along the inside of the tire. What we're looking for is any sharp object or any slice in the tire that might have caused the flat. Now what you want to do is, as you're inspecting with your fingers, you want to keep your eye on a point about 3 or 4 inches ahead of your fingers, because you don't necessarily want to catch your finger on something very, very sharp, because then you have a flat tire and you're bleeding. We've gone all the way around, we found the object, we're back at the label. So what we're going to do is reinstall the tire onto the rim. How that works? So we simply put one side of the tire onto the rim. You'll see it's somewhat on there. Cavity is still open. We take our new inner tube or patched inner tube, put a little bit of air into it. I'm going to do that with the floor pump here, but you can use any sort of pump you might have, whether it be a floor pump, foot pump, hand pump, or CO2 inflator. Giving it just enough air, give it shape. We start with the valve, put the valve through the valve hole, and begin feeding the inner tube into the tire. Once we have the inner tube into the tire, we just start working that tire back onto the rim. Now, you always want to use your hands for this. Don't use the tire levers once again, because they can pinch the inner tube and give you another flat. So with the palm of your hand, simply roll the tire back onto the rim. There we go, it's back in place. Now what we're going to do is put air back into the tire. In this case, I'm going to use a CO2 inflator. These things are super cool. All you need to do is, there's a charged CO2 canister and the inflator. Put it on, press it on, and it's full. We're done.